In my opinion, the Zeiss Nano is actually Zeiss' answer to Cooke SP3 lenses, but I do have a question for you. Do you guys think the Zeiss Nano is actually a challenger to the Cooke SP3 lenses? Let me know below, and I'm going to share with you guys my opinion at the end of this video. For any image maker wanting affordable cinema lenses without compromising on quality, I present you the new Zeiss Nano, and here is everything that you need to know about them. Designed specifically for mirrorless cinema cameras, these lenses have the look that some of you guys love from the more expensive Zeiss Supreme lineup, but they are also super fast with modern optic while still having that great Zeiss DNA. They are also much smaller than the Zeiss CP3. These lenses come in a set of 18mm, 25, 35, 50mm, 75, and of course 100mm, and they are all T1.5, which is super fast, and that is possible due to the E-mount short flange distance possibility, and that is why there are no NEPL version of these lenses. What makes these lenses great is that they are interchangeable, which means you will be able to change the mount to any other mount that Zeiss decide to offer. As seen from a demo video, they are user interchangeable, which means the whole process of swapping out your lens mount is actually very easy due to their simple mount design that also include all the electronic for camera communication. These lenses are designed for Sony cameras for now because they do have E-mount, but generally they are for any mirrorless cinema camera, meaning you get better communication between the camera and lenses, and you also get to see information such as t-stop and focusing distance and so much more when using Sony camera. And later on, I'm guessing when they extend them to any other mount that Zeiss decide to offer, you will be able to see those information as well. There's two things that I really love about these lenses. The first is seeing a wide angle at 18mm that is T1.5. That's actually not something that I'm used to, and honestly I can see this lens being put to the test or being put to a good use by so many image makers around the globe. Also seeing a telephoto lens at 100mm that is T1.5, it's not something that I get to see all the time, and as I mentioned, I am looking forward to seeing these lenses being used so we can judge them based on their characteristic and just seeing their overall performance. In my opinion, the Zeiss Nano is actually Zeiss' answer to Cooke SP3 lenses, but I do have a question for you. Do you guys think the Zeiss Nano is actually a challenger to the Cooke SP3 lenses? Let me know below, and I'm going to share with you guys my opinion at the end of this video. While I've not seen too many stuff show on these lenses, so far I'm loving what I've seen. Their sharpness, their contrast, and the color rendition isn't too vintagey or too modern, which is actually what set them apart from the CP3, which are clean, and they were geared toward the super clean commercial. And I'm guessing these lenses, they stand in between, and they are going to make some of you guys happy with your project. Even though these lenses are faster than the Cooke SP3, in my opinion they are too big to be called nano, as they are also a bit heavy than the CP3. But what I do like about this set is the additional of the 24mm instead of the 25 and the 75 instead of the 85 that we are used to see. As a cinematographer and a lens enthusiast, I've actually observed some chromatic aberration in some of the test footage that I've seen online, which actually raised a question in my head. whether these lenses justify their price point, but honestly I'm going to leave that up to you to decide. Obviously, as we all know, Zeiss has that fantastic reputation of designing lenses, and the Nano are just another great example of an amazing affordable cinema lenses. But honestly, something that I would have loved to see is a new design, something that's very light, and another shape that's not looking like the Zeiss CP3. And honestly, we can even call this Zeiss CP4 than the Zeiss Nano, because I would have loved to see maybe something light, another new refreshing design that would convince me that this isn't just another Zeiss rehouse with two new lenses, which is the 24 and the 75. Also, something that I would have loved to see is my absolute favorite focal length, which is the 40mm, but I guess they went with the 35 due to the high demand, or something that's commonly used in the mirrorless camera game. Also, as someone who's used the Zeiss CP3 before, I'm curious to see if all the set in the Zeiss Nano match perfectly, because some of the early Zeiss CP3 were not matching and you had to do a bit of work in post, but obviously after seeing more footage we'll get to know their perfection and imperfection. As I said earlier, the Zeiss Nano being Zeiss' answer to Cooke SP3, but honestly, in my opinion, the Cooke SP3 have this amazing softness, they do have less chromatic aberration, and they have this legendary Cooke look that we all know and love. And honestly, they are far superior than what I'm seeing with this Zeiss Nano Prime. Also, I do appreciate that the Zeiss Nano are way faster than the Cooke SP, but honestly, this much chromatic aberration isn't something that I'm happy to see in lenses that cost over 15k, but that might just be the footage that these guys use. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing more clips and more projects so we can actually judge these lenses based on their full potential. Also, another thing that I would love to see is a comparison between the Zeiss Altus and the Zeiss Nano, because my friend has a set of Zeiss Alta that I always borrow all the time, and honestly I feel like they're kind of similar but not similar, if you get what I mean. And also another thing that I would love to see, since me and so many other people thinking that this is Zeiss' answer to Cooke SP3, I would love to see the comparison between the Zeiss Nano and the Cooke SP3. So guys, that is all about these lenses, but I just like how Zeiss have given filmmakers another option to own lenses that still have a great image quality while maintaining that Zeiss look or the Zeiss DNA. Also, I'm curious to see anyone that might use these lenses in the future with the more expensive Supreme and see how they cut into each other. So guys, that is all for today's. If you're new here, my name is Kash, and on this channel we talk about filmmaking, gear review, DaVinci Resolve, and helping you guys to improve your visual storytelling. So if that's something that you're into, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell icon so you don't miss when I post a video like this. Peace.